find a way for me not to testify before the Commission. I have no objection to the recording being played.
Chair, Commissioners, at this stage we want to play that recording for you. It is approximately 12 minutes. We have tried to only deal with what we consider to be important, but actually all of it is important. And there may be a point that we do cut it where it has nothing to do with the subject matter. It deals with three aspects. Number one, what the witness had just indicated now, a comment that they must find a way not for her to testify before the Commission. The second,
her being
the witness before you now. The second issue is a debate or an exchange about the names, how the names came about in the 2813. And then there is some criticism that Advocate Johnson makes towards the Commission and the process that the Commission is following, which we don't think is relevant, but it may be that we have to play the entire recording so that it's not suggested that we are withholding anything insofar as the recording is concerned, Chair. But
and I believe that all three of us have very thick skins.
I believe so too, Chair. Thank you. So if you just indulge us, we'll be listening to it for the next 10 to 12 minutes. Sorry, Advocate Ramsamy, if you can switch off your microphone.
Hi, Advocate Johnson. Hello.
How are you?
Fine, and you?
Well, they put me through the paces for the section 2813 on
diversion.
Commando matter. Yeah.
Okay. I haven't been watching. I've been so busy.
Yeah. Don't worry. I think they're gonna call you.
Oh God.
I'll come and tell you why.
Mm.
You'll have to figure out how you don't go. Okay. So they said to me, I must tell them step by step. I said, I get the 2813. Usually we give it to a team. Santosh is the deputy, but I give it to Drew.
Yeah.
You use it to compile a section 2813.
Mm.
Now they're saying when they look at the 2813,
Yeah.
must just check, the annexure that has all the names of the people, annexure A,
Mm-hmm.
it has all the suspects.
Yeah.
When you look at the 2813,
Mm-hmm.
you could only really make out Kumalo, maybe Madondo and Lushaba.
Yeah.
Where did you get all the other names from?
That page that you gave me, the names were on that page that you gave me, the one in the folder, the one in the handwriting on the pink purple page.
Where would we have got those names from?
I don't know, you gave it to me on the morning just before I rushed to court. You gave me the 27 referral and the names on the handwritten page.
Because they are asking me where you got the names from, and I'm saying, I'm not sure. Because I remember Drushantha, poor me, I can't remember either.
No, I remember distinctly because that's why I also put it in my email where I received the 27 referral and I received that piece of paper with handwriting and it was the suspects that was written on there. And you explained to me that the suspects was after Dylan had consulted with Fadil. That's how the list came about.
So Dylan would have consulted Fadil before you did the 20?
Before I did the 28, yeah, before I even received the 27, the list was compiled on that page with the handwriting, and you had indicated that Fadil and Dylan had consulted, and that's where it came from.
I'm going to have to speak to Dylan. He can't remember half the things.
But it's on my email.
Because I say I've now abused my power by authorizing other people's names that are there.
I don't know what to say, Mama, because I specifically remember, and it's also on my email, because after you phoned me last night, I went and found that email where I explained what I received from you and what I returned to you. Mama?
Section 28,
Mm-hmm.
13.
Mm.
You would have brought an application, would you not?
You asked me to email it to you. Remember, I was in court with Speaker Matter, and then you asked me to email it to you that evening so that you can sign it the next morning.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, so I signed the authorization.
Yeah, the 2813 authorization.
Yes, but did you put an application together for the authorization? How did we, what I'm trying to get at is, remember for us to authorize Drew, usually we just put a thingy with a short summary of facts.
Yeah, but you told me not to do the mandate memo. It was just the... I'm just opening my laptop for you now. 1 second. What date was it, Mama? The 5th or the 6th?
I signed on the 6th. It should be 5th.
Okay. Just checking. Why can't I find that email? No, I think I didn't do that. I think the facts and all of that was covered in the email I sent.
27.
Yeah, in the 27. And then remember, I did a summary of the 27 and the dockets that we collected. And that is when I said to you, I need to consult with Fadil because...
Wait, remember, wait. Remember, Drew, the authorization is the 6th of December. Y'all got the dockets on the 9th of December. So you wouldn't have had the dockets.
No, I didn't have the dockets. We only received the dockets because on the 6th, you sent the letter to Sentumule.
Yes,
yeah.
That is what I'm saying. So what would you have based, and that's what I'm trying to get to. You based your facts on the Section 27.
Correct.
Did you check to anyone before that, or did you base your facts on anything else for us to have those other names?
It was on the page that you gave me. That's why those names are there.
And how do we arrive at some of those other offenses like forgery and uttering and...
Forgery and uttering, we generally put in our 28.
That's how I explained it, but he said, I have abused my power by doing that.
No, it's a standard thing because out of fraud, we get forgery and uttering.
And that's what I said. When you look at that one paragraph where he says the alleged manipulation of procurement processes, that with the PFMA and fraud, almost invariably, there is forgery and uttering.
Yeah.
And that if we don't put it in, then we can't deal with it.
And remember with the...
So what they're doing is, they dissect word for word.
Yeah, that's why I stopped watching.
Yeah. Today I must have been the dumbest lawyer South Africa has seen.
Are you done for the day?
Yeah, I'm actually feeling sick. I got sick last week, remember?
Yeah.
And I had a panic attack. So for the first time, I'm taking meds for it. And after a while, I just felt I was zoned. And I realized I wasn't even paying attention.
No, but to answer your question, the names that I obtained or placed in the 2813 was the page with your handwriting and the names of the suspects. And then when I asked about it, you said that Dylan consulted with Fadil, and that's how the names came up.
I must talk to Dylan. If we have to have a quick WhatsApp call later, is it okay with you?
No, that's fine. I'm free.
Yeah, because, otherwise I'm very confused because they need to know from me tomorrow. Where did I get these names? And I need to understand where did I get those names. Now, it's fine if you say you got it from me, but I don't know where I got it from.
What you told me is that Dylan obtained it after consultation with Fadil. That is my understanding of it.
Okay. All right. I have to speak to him. I have to speak to him because he must have notes somewhere.
If you look at my emails, ask him to check the
My
emails.
laptop was stolen, so my laptop was stolen in January last year, so I've lost lots of my stuff.
But ask Dylan to check because he has his emails on his phone. There's an email between him, you, and I about the names as well as about the documents, the ones that were slotted in under Fadil's door. So there was a trailing email between us. He should remember.
Okay. I'll talk to him, and then if you don't mind, we'll chat a bit later on. Or else, I go there. I've already now abused my power by not asking where these names came from. I said to them, you know what, maybe I had a discussion with you. I just can't remember right now.
No.
And which would then be true. Drew, we had a discussion.
Yeah.
If you say that there was this paper. But where did this paper come from? Where would those names have come from?
That was what our conversation was. It came from consultation with Dylan and Fadil, and then you had written it down. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to talk to him, then you and I will chat. But thank you. And sorry, but they asked me for the name of every person who's dealt with the matter.
No, it's fine. I don't even know what's happening. I'll be very honest with you. I stopped watching because we are so busy with preparation for blue lights that I just don't have the time to listen.
And don't watch because it will really, if they call you, you leave the country.
Okay. Oh God. Okay.
It's not what you know.
Okay. No.
Today I didn't know section 28. I didn't know section 27. I know nothing. I'm as dumb as two bricks.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. But it's okay because, you know what? Whether we like it or not, they're going to make our names shit anyway because you can just see. Especially when, remember he's a judge. For him to make a comment, oh, well, this is basic law 101. I'm surprised you don't know it with your 30 years experience.
Oh, I don't even know what to say to that.
Exactly. And he's doing it. And he makes faces. They laugh with each other while you're still answering. It's so unprofessional.
Yeah, no, I don't want to go there.
Yeah. We'll see what we're all going to do, but it's just going to be a shit show. But I'm going to talk to Dylan quickly.
Okay, but ask him to check my emails from, it must have been around the 11th, 12th or 13th of December because I went on leave on the 14th of December. So it would have been the 11th, the 12th or the 13th of December.
But he would have had to speak to Fadil after Fadil gave us the 27th, remember?
Yeah. No, his indication is that he had spoken to him in December, so it was late November.
Yeah, late November.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Fadil's 27 is dated 21 November. So he would have had to speak to him between 21 November and the 5th of December because on the 6th we signed the authorization with these extra names.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm going to talk to him.
Okay, Mama.
All right, thanks,
Yeah, no
Drew.
problem.
Okay.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Thank you, Chair, Commissioners. Ms. Ramsamy, you refer to Advocate Johnson as Mama. Why is that? You can switch on your mic.
When I started with ID, before it became IDAC, Advocate Johnson was the head of office. And we had a choice between calling her ID or Mama J. And I respectfully call her that because she's not a bad person. She's not. When I got sick, she was there. She was she's kind. It's just the work ethic that I have a problem with. And so I respectfully call her Mama.
Okay. So
I just
this,
cut the J part out.
okay, this was the recording on the 22nd of July where you telling her how those names came about.
Correct.
And you are referencing emails that were sent in December 2024 where Mr. Perumal indicated that he had consulted with Mr. Adams.
Correct.
And those emails you have provided to us, we'll get to that. But if I understand it, the emails you are referring to in that recording are emails that were sent after, in response to your docket report.
Correct.
Okay, which comes after the dockets were collected and after the 2813 is authorized.
Correct.
Okay. So we should then go back into your statement to deal with the 2813 investigation, which is on page 21 at paragraph 49.
Mr. Rapesu?
No, page 21, paragraph 49.
49.
2813 investigation.
Returning to the events of December 2024, on the 6th of December 2024, before the staff meeting, I went to Mr. Rapesu, who had been designated as one of the investigators in the Adams referral. I trusted Mr. Rapesu. I had to show him the affidavit because I had such unease about what I was instructed to do, especially given the lack of substantiation of the allegations contained in the Section 27 referral affidavit, and the fact that I had been given names of suspects to include in the Section 2813 application, that I simply couldn't reconcile with the contents of the Section 27 referral affidavit. Paragraph 50. Mr. Rapesu briefly perused the affidavit before I had to return it to Advocate Johnson shortly before the staff meeting. I went to Advocate Johnson's office and returned the Section 27 referral affidavit, and she gave me the signed 2813 authorization. There was a meeting scheduled for 11 a.m. with the team assigned to the Adams referral, which took place in Advocate Johnson's office. Present in the meeting was Advocate Johnson, Mr. Perumal, Mr. Rapesu, Mr. Padiachi and Vessels were not present, and I. Mr. Padiachi and Mr. Vessels were not present in this meeting. Before I deal with the events that transpired from the 6th of December 2024, I want to make it clear that Advocate Johnson and Mr. Perumal launched an orchestrated attack on General Masiamula and General Kumalo using IDAC's powerful investigation tools. And this will become evident in my statement and testimony.
Sorry, as I understand this, correct me if I'm wrong, the attacks were made at the meeting or not?
I make the statement.
Or do you mean they were made as the investigation was going on?
I think when my second statement is before
Yes,
Chair,
yes.
for the 22nd of January, Chair will understand the clear picture, including the notes.
Okay.
But I don't make a statement of this nature lightly.
All right. No, thank you.
Can I also just seek clarification? So when you say an orchestrated attack from the 6th of December, you are referring to the investigations themselves being an orchestrated attack?
Correct.
Okay. And when you say using IDAC's powerful tools, it is the tools that one finds in Section 28, for example, the investigation itself.
28, 6, and 7 specifically, which
Okay.
has no judicial oversight but is signed. And if I may give an example, yesterday Chair was very concerned about a 28 that was sent with regards to Fadil Adams' arrest and who made the arrest. Had that been a Section 205 of the Criminal Procedure Act, an affidavit explaining the request would have been accompanied, and a magistrate would have interrogated the reasons.
Okay. go to page 22, paragraph 51.
Paragraph 51. Everything about the process was concerning. 51.1. The speed with which everything had to be done without any evidentiary basis, and in certain instances, against my strict instructions to the investigators. The makeup of the team, while Mr. Manilal was designated as the Deputy Director of Public Prosecution, he had no involvement in the matter. I was the only prosecutor who had to report directly to Advocate Johnson. Mr. Sissoko, who for all intents and purposes is the Chief Operating Officer of IDAC, was not aware of the matter. The lack of evidence on the Mukwele matter, I distinguish this matter from the Lushaba matter, where there was a prima facie case. But in my view, I questioned whether it was within IDAC's mandate to investigate the Lushaba matter.